I'm happy to be here. Thanks a lot for the confirmation. Later on, I'll be showing the questions panel, and I'll be answering questions. We have enough time to cover a lot of information. I will not be selling anything. I don't have anything to sell because we offer unlimited trials weekly, every Tuesday. If you go to our website, globaltraderoom.com, and go to the rooms and trials, you will see we have 3 rooms. Okay, three traders, 3 rooms. US session, we offer you a trial every Tuesday. It's usually packed. We have a lot of trials every Tuesday, and we do trade live right in front of you, all 3 of us. We call trades with complete transparency, with exact stop losses and targets. And there's the US session. If you sign up, if you click on the free trial, you will sign up to every Tuesday until May 22nd. So we offer unlimited trials. Of course, after May 22nd, the links will be updated. We'll give you another month of trials. We have London session, free trial every Thursday, and Asian session. I have to let you know that most of our money and ticks come from the US session. You understand the market moves more and there's more liquidity. London session is designed basically to capture, especially on Thursdays, to capture a couple of moves due to the announcements that happen in the London session. And Asia session is designed to basically prepare or look at swing levels, swing trading levels, and answer questions and training as well. We do also have training almost every Friday after 12 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, because we don't trade after 12 on Friday. I take off, Sandy takes off, because it's 3 of us. If you look at, if you go to the contact us page, I am the head trader, and I have Sandy out of London, England, and I have Bob Amico out of Georgia. They help me in trading. They are also traders who started as students a long time ago. Dimitri is our technical support, and the girl with him is my daughter. Dimitri is a good friend, a family friend, and this picture was taken in Disney, California. You see him more happy than her watching Mickey Mouse. So it was a fun day. I will start with introduction first, and I'll go into some education. I have to let you know today is not a good day for me health-wise. I'm feeling a bit under the weather. I think I got the virus from my kids. Regardless, I'll do my best to cover the education and answer questions as well. Now, if you are a member, if you join us as a member, there is going to be a full, of course, after the trials, once you start, after you come every Tuesday, you like us, you join us, you will also have 3 extra days as a member to cancel your membership. So even though we have 3 trials every Tuesday, we also offer 3 days, no questions asked. If you go to membership, I think it is on the membership page. It tells you exactly 3 days. After you sign up, you have a chance to cancel and get 100% money back guarantee, okay? It's right here. You see it? Right here. So that's above and beyond the free trial that we offer every Tuesday. So basically, if it's not for you, that's fine. We don't want to waste time. We don't want to waste your time, your money. I don't want to waste my time, my money as well, because time is money. Fair enough? Kai Whitney was one of my students. There was a question, what's the difference between this and I had to let him go because he was not following the rules and he was losing money. So, end of the story. He was hurting our students. Once you join us as an every trial, you'll understand the difference. Now, Dr. Dean Hanley, if you folks familiar with him, he's a person who is a mathematician, and he evaluates rooms. He joins the rooms, trading rooms, and he follows their trades for 2, 3, 4 weeks. He actually follows it with his own system. He actually takes the trades with them, including when he joined us recently. And I don't have his website. Hold on, let me grab his website. No. This is his website. He has not published March newsletter, but we're going to be on his Titans top trading rooms. See, global trade room, futures, truth and press. I mean, he has not published it yet, but he already gave us. If you read it, the room I was in today, this room is a treat. He's talking about the GTR. There is not one but 3 head traders in the room, and at a distance, it would I would think that it would be a recipe for schizophrenia, but it's not. It's funny. They are good. They are quick, and they are back and forth. They trade 4, 5, 6 indices, and they can trade. They are excellent. So I'm going to finish up in the next 2, 3 weeks and give these guys a clean bill of health. Okay. And he says also, he was asked about us in a webinar. He says, well, I'm in the middle of analyzing GTR, and I don't like to talk about the rooms that I am in the process of analyzing, but I will say that they trade 5, 6 indices. They are scalpers at heart, but they also go for runners. If they don't get the trade themselves, they don't count it. It's honorable. I like to see that. They really bat it out of the park. So, I mean, it tells you who we are. That's why we offer free trials every week. And when we don't shy away from showing our trades and calling trades with complete transparency. However, once you join us, you get a full access to our education. You go to the advanced. I mean, the education comes from the futuresfx.ca website. This is the mothership. This is when I started back in 2003, 2004. I built this website, and I started putting videos on it. It's still the same website. The videos gotten changed, and we improved them tremendously. So, this is your education. There's hours upon hours of education, and if you, let's say, for example, one of the things that we trade, which is our main trading method. The main trading method is the profile. If I show you a chart right here, you see on the right-hand side, there's a profile. I named it mini market profile. This is not your typical profile. This is mini market profile, and I will talk about it in a little bit more emphasis later. But for now, the example is, the idea is, if you go to the mini market profile section, there is hours upon hours of videos explaining scenarios and different techniques, how to use it, how to trade it. Do we have any delay in the video, folks, while I'm talking? I noticed no. Okay, so we're good. Thank you. For example, the main video for the profile, called Crash Course on Market Profile, it was done November 3rd, 2014. It's a 1-hour video, and then top-down analysis, etc. Now, my next subject will be going back. I will come back to the website. We'll talk about the trading rooms, the membership. But I want to tell you about a couple of things before I go, and I will repeat them later because they're important. We have an education section on our website. Okay, there's I put some free education, which is advanced, but yet it's free. It's available for anybody who visits our website. There's one video, and I joke about it, but I'm really honest about it, folks. There's this video. It was done by a psychiatrist, a psychologist, who actually came to our room, and he gave us a webinar on what is adult ADD and how it manifests itself in trading. It changed lives. This video changed my life, not only with trading, but mainly in dealing with my family. I realized I had some sort of ADD. It was not as bad as most of my students, but I'm advising you to watch it. And I joke about this. I say, unless you're getting married today, really, honestly, you need to watch this video. What is adult ADD and how it manifests itself in trading? It's done by Dr. Kenneth Reed. Dr. Kenneth Reed. It's very simple, intriguing, and please, once you watch it, send me an email, info@futuresfx.ca or info@globaltraderoom.com. My email is on the website, and my phone number, by the way, it's on the website directly. One other thing is if you go to, no, it's not here. There is a link, live calls. If you go to live calls, folks, there are tens upon tens of videos that are from our live trading. Since 2005, 2004, you will see some very old videos, and if you sort them by date, you can go to the most recent ones or starting from the old ones. Okay? And you will see, in some cases, you will actually see my live account number. Okay? In some cases, you will see my live account number in these videos. Okay. Now, let's start with the simple thing, which is trading. What you see in front of you here is my main chart that I show every day when I trade, either this one or just 3 charts. But it doesn't mean that I'm just trading these. In fact, for example, the crude alone, when I trade, because my job is not only trading for me, I am responsible for calling trades for others too. So in fact, I am looking at many charts, okay? It's many charts. I'm looking at 89 tick chart. I'm looking at 144 tick chart. I'm looking at long term. I'm looking at 67, 65 tick chart. 466 is one of my charts, and then I look at the daily too. I change things because I don't want to change them. Excuse me now, but I look at long-term and short-term charts on the. So I look at power lines. I look at a profile. I look at channels. Let's start teaching. How do we start a chart? Any chart I have, it has to have profile associated with it. But for the purpose of this training, and please take notes, I want to remove the profile now and start with, how do we look at the market? A lot of people will use, of course, when I look at the market, I want to look at something that will give me will be easy on my eyes. I want to look at the market. I want to see trend. I want to see where the market is heading. So you can look at a naked chart, but usually people use Fibonacci's or pivots, or we use a Dawn chain channel. Dawn chain channel, and again, still, we're not trading it, guys. We are plotting our charts. We're preparing our charts. So I will right-click here and go to my indicators, and I'll bring a Dawn chain channel. If you notice, my basic setup is 20. So it comes by default with NinjaTrader at 14. I change it to 20, right-click and set as default, and press apply. Now you have the down-chain channel plotted around your charts. Okay, now the other thing I'm using is MACD. Again, folks, I'm not trading, I'm just plotting my charts. My MACD setup is 9:45:18, and I will press OK. Let's stop for now. How do we use this? How do I use this for trading? Let's take an example. Let's take an example. And I will tell you the rule, and then you will tell me whether the trade is going to be a short or long, or where is it from. The rule is, if the MACD is below the zero, MACD below the zero, this is the zero line. If the MACD is below the zero, you look for shorts. If the MACD is above the zero, you look for long. Okay? Now you have a channel. You have a short. You want to take a short. The market has to touch either middle of the channel or top of the channel before you take that short. If the MACD is below the zero, 9:45:18, that's my setup on the it's right here, you can see it. If the MACD is below the zero and the histogram is also below the zero, my short comes from the middle of the channel. And this is only on one chart, 144. We use a variety of charts and we use a variety of them, but again, it gets overwhelming unless I filter it, right? You have 15 different levels of trading. Which one are you going to trade? Which one the market is going to honor? We'll get to that. We will filter that, okay? Just bear with me. I have to start with, from scratch. So if the MACD is below the zero, the histogram is also below the zero, we look for a short from the middle of the channel. If the MACD is below the zero, but the histogram pops above the zero, we have to let go and start and look for a short from the top of the channel. Is that clear? So now, I want you to tell me, what am I waiting for? Am I waiting to trade from the middle of the channel or the top of the channel? I'm waiting for a retracement since I'm looking for a short. Am I waiting for the middle, type M, or top, type T? M. Thank you. Now let's see. Let's move on. Look, middle of the channel bounced it down immediately for a few ticks, but then it broke it. Now the histogram is. Do you have a trade now from the top? Yes, because we are still looking for a short. However, the short is from the top of the channel now, and it bounced it down. Now, how do we know? How do we know the middle of the channel would have not held? I cannot go ahead and take every trade like this. I have to have some sort of confirmation. You have to agree with me. Confirmation is very important. So again, I will talk about that later. When I finish the idea behind the channel. Okay. So there you have it. Now we use different channels. For example, one of my main channels on the TF, I like to use 466 tick chart. You notice I'm using some numbers. 144 tick chart is a Fibonacci number. 466 is not a Fibonacci number, is my number. I have a physics degree, as you heard, and I really like numbers. Okay, so for example, let's look at this example. The MACD is above the zero. Now it's popping below the zero. Short. You see how the channels are smooth? So what I do, if I take this up, back, and I bring my crude chart, you will see that I'm using my 89 tick chart to look for trades. I look at 466 tick chart to look for trades, and 233, etc. But it boils down to the profile, which as I said, I will explain the idea behind the profile in a simple way. Next, are we folks familiar with fractals? Are we familiar with fractals? That's another indicator that we use to pinpoint the bounces. Okay. If you connect, okay, fractals, very simple. I will explain it in a very simple manner. Fractals, when you have a high, for example, like this, and you have two consecutive lows that are on each side, sorry, two consecutive candles on each side that have closed lower, that we consider that as a fractal. If you have a low, and then you have two consecutive bars on each side, at least two consecutive bars at each side that are closing higher, then that's a fractal. And then you come and connect the fractals. That will give you something like trend lines, but they are not trend lines, they are power lines. So let me go on and plot my, again guys, don't sleep yet. I mean, don't get bored. The exciting stuff is coming. I'm showing you how we plot our chart. So we're just plotting, we're not trading. We never trade unless we confirm with profile. That's why we trade truly with ridiculous stops, very small stops. So I will go to my power line indicator, which I developed, power line, and I will press apply, and you will see I have a power line here. Now there's no other power lines. Also, although you see fractals, but you don't see power. See those dots? These are fractals, but they are not connected. Why is that? What I do with my setup, if you look at my setup on the power line, okay, you see I said look back period 10. So I'm looking at only 10 candles prior to draw those power lines. I'm not interested in the very long term because I'm looking at longer term charts anyway. Thank you, Henry. You know what's coming, it's more exciting. You'll see. However, if a power line is breached, which means the candle is, in this case, if the candle comes down and closes below this power line 10 ticks, more than 10 ticks, it disappears. It disappears completely. So let me show you what are the power lines, where were the power lines if I do breach 50. You see we have more power lines. We have more power lines. Let's do breach, I'm sorry, 100, meaning I am keeping, even though some power lines have been breached, I'm keeping them, which to me it doesn't make sense because I don't want to rely on weak power lines. Okay? Okay, so we do, let's go 50 on the bottom, which is 50 candles. So it's still good stuff. Okay? So now, next. Are we good so far? All right. Next is going to be something a little bit more exciting. By the way, folks, do you know about Windows tabs? Do you know how I'm doing my NinjaTrader? I'm putting my NinjaTrader lined up, you know, like this. A chart inside another chart, like this. No, okay. It's windowstabs.com. Go to Windows. It's a Windows product. Windowstabs.com. It's a free product, and you can use it for any program you have. Windowstabs.com. If you buy it for $20, you can put unlimited charts together. This is NinjaTrader, but I can put charts together using Windows Tabs. Go to windowstabs.com. If you don't know, email me, info@futuresfx.ca or info@globaltrading.com. Now, what you see here is the tape. Are we familiar with the tape? This tape was designed specifically for us. There's a free version out there called Gomi Ask or Gomi Ladder. Okay, are we familiar with Gomi? Gomi also can give you the profile, but you have to go to Big Mike's forums to get it. If you're familiar with Gomi, Gomi himself is one of my students, by the way. Okay, so this is not Gomi. This is designed specifically for us. I asked somebody else to design it for me. It's more appealing and it's more specific to my needs and my students' needs. However, let's study this. What is this? What is this? This is a bar of bid and ask. A lot of you are familiar with this. A new bar just opened. A new 5-minute bar just opened. What do we know? How can we trade this? Can we trade this? It is cool, but can we trade it? A new wave of schools came along and they started doing this, trading just the tape, bid and ask. No, I can guarantee you, you cannot trade it by itself. It's a recipe for disaster. And that was the reason why I kicked that person out that you guys mentioned, somebody mentioned, because he was not listening. Okay, yes, I understand. This is a tape and it has buyers on the right-hand side and sellers on the left-hand side. Okay, it tells you there's a lot of buyers here. Look at that, 110 buyers. But where is the market going? You have a cap right here, 7-0. That's a cap. Okay. Now, what does this give you? What is this? First of all, let me show you something. Let's look at this closed bar before this. Watch what happened. 280 sellers. It was coming down. This was a bearish bar, correct? This was a bearish bar. 208 sellers. And then 285 sellers. Look, 285, 202, and then 58. The last three brackets, the last three cells, what did they give you? They give you sequential decline. And the last one came with a 0. We call that a cap. That's a terminology that I created a long time ago. There's an opening here. Recently, the market started calling it unfinished business. I think in the past few years, unfinished business, you familiar with it? I started this and used to call it an opening. So this is an opening where you don't have a 0, both full numbers on the top, okay? And then at the bottom you see, oh, even here, there's a cap, 0, 20, that's a cap. See 124 buyers, and then, so 177, 124, 49, 20 buyers. So sequential decline, okay, in the buyers, and all of a sudden you have a 0. So that's also something, some information for you. After this information, you also see something here. What is this? This is a highlighted cell. Okay, this is a highlighted cell. This is the biggest cell. This is the most, the biggest value or volume of trading happened here in this price. So we call this COT. Okay, we call this COT. Despite, and look at this current bar, despite the amount of buyers that we had that I told you about earlier, the market kept coming down. So what can we do with one bar? What kind of information we can get in one bar? Can you really read the numbers on each and with a glance understand what happened? No, it doesn't. You actually have to have some kind of a volume visual associated with it. Therefore, look at the right-hand side. Look at the right-hand side. So I'm looking at, let's say, 2 bars. These 2 bars, 1 and 2. Okay, here, 2 bars. But I'm seeing the value of the profile on the side. So the more back I go with this line, the more candles I'm adding to the picture, the thicker or the bigger the profile is becoming. You see that? So now my profile is more clear. So my point is, guys, this profile on one single bar doesn't mean anything. 2 bars as well, unless you combine number of bars. I combine actually a session or 2. We call them legs. So if the market, sorry, let me bring you a more visual tool. If the market goes up, for example, there will be a profile associated with it, correct? A profile associated with it. But then the market goes up and then it comes down, for example. Now, what happens to the profile? This profile changes. Now, unless the market goes at least 2 legs, you understand what I say when I say 2 legs? Unless a profile goes or the market goes 2 legs into an area, that profile is not strong enough for me to trade. We call it no man's land or weak profile or nothing to compare it with. So technically, when I trade, I'll show you, same example, let's say the 466 tick chart on TF. No, I don't need to do that. I have a chart already ready for you. I'll bring a chart in. This is my 233 tick chart on TF, and I will show you one leg of profile. One leg, I mean the market moves up, and that's it. You see the profile on the right-hand side? You see? This profile on the right-hand side is not enough for me to make my decisions. Okay? What I make my decisions on is at least 2 legs for scalping and many more legs for swing trading. See, the more you bring in, again, this is unique to us. If anybody else teaching this, it means they are probably my students who took this and they are copying me. If not, this is unique to us, guys. The profile usually you see, it's a different way of reading profile, the numbers, which I don't understand. I don't know how to use. I doubt anybody knows how to use it properly. The 2 legs, you don't understand the 2 legs I just explained. One leg is when you have only one move through the space. You see, one leg moves. This leg has printed profile on the side. This is volume. We call this on screen. So whatever you have on your screen is going to be printed on the side in terms of volume. If you see the bars going up, this is one visual. Depending on the bars. You see the profile printed on the side, that's a second visual. That's the same idea of the bars, but it's printed as a volume. Okay? You bring another leg in, more legs in, you will see another leg in, now you'll see more profile. Okay? Next. We talked about the tape. Again, folks, I will put things together piece by piece. And I think I still have, what, 30 minutes? No, more. Piece by piece. Remember, folks, we talked about the tape just now? the tape. In 2006, folks, I wanted to understand exactly what these numbers are. I needed to understand what these numbers are. So I locked myself in a room and I started drawing numbers, drawing formulas. I was almost becoming crazy, like you know, Beautiful Mind, that movie, remember? If you've seen it, Russell Crowe. So I literally 6 months, 16 hours a day, my wife would bring me, my wife was very supportive, she still is. She would bring me food. She knew I was up to something. I was studying these numbers, so I was drawing formulas. At the end of the 6th month, by using the elimination process, there's one formula that stood out. Within these numbers, one formula stood out. And I discovered when the market creates that formula, when the tape creates that formula within the bar, the price comes back to it. Imagine, the only way I explain it, imagine you have, let's say, a gap. The market goes up from here to here, and this number here, the formula that created, let's say this is it, it created here. Imagine this is a gap. What happens usually to the gaps in the market? They get filled. It's not a gap, but it's a formula between the bid and ask. Okay? I don't want to see this. So the market comes to it, comes back to it. So what we used to do when I discovered that, I used to assign some of my students, let's say, a 5-minute chart and 10-minute chart and 15-minute chart. I will tell them, okay, watch for those formulas with your own naked eyes and draw lines and put them on the chat room for students, because we use the same. We use GoToMeeting, GoToWebinar, okay, every day. And I would assign somebody else, let's say 466 tick chart, 987 tick chart, etc. But then recently, in the past 3 years, I automated this system, the formula system. So when the formula appears, what happens? The system will give me a line. And I'll give you an example. We do have, oh, no, sorry. Let me bring that back. We do have the 466 tick chart on TF. So far, so good. The couple of things that are missing on it that I told you about would be the market profile. So I'll bring GOMI, market profile. Okay. And then I'll press OK. Let's wait for it. See, the GOMI market profile has printed on this side. And here it is, only for 5 days. The other thing is missing is the price magnet. I told you, I discovered the formula. So now I'm going to put a price magnet, and I will explain before I press OK. The price magnet is going to print a blue line. I'll change it. I will make it red, and I'll make it dashed. Okay? And it has a formula. True, true, true. A by X, B by X, and C, and then the factor is 10. Up and down ticks. True. I think that's it. Now, what's going to happen? Once I press OK, automatically a tape with bid and ask will be embedded inside each of these bars. Inside each of these bars. It will be in the background. You will not see it, but it will only be used to plot those formulas on the charts. Are we good? So I'll press apply. See what happened? So what happens, and look at this bar. Look at this bar. When it was moving up, it's a 466 tick bar. It created that formula within. And if the market comes back to it, it will take it away. It will disappear. This is a bracket, or we call it a price magnet, a magnet. Okay? This is a magnet. And we have magnets here, and we have magnets here. Are we good? So that's a price magnet. How do we use the price magnet? A price magnet is used as a target. So if I have a short, for example, if I take a short right now, if I take a short, my first target will be this, will be 28.99 if I take a short. Why? I'm not going to take a short and take 2 ticks randomly. My first target will be this because it's magnetized towards it. It's close to it. Okay? That will be my first target. Of course, we look at different time frames, and I'll give you an example of that. An example of, let's say, the TF. Again, I'll bring the TF. I'll maximize the magnets that I see. This is a TF. This is a 6 chart TF. If I right click on this, I have 6 charts of the TF embedded inside this one. I have one of 5 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 15, and 30. And each one of these time frames has its own price magnet, because if I right click and go to indicators, you see my price magnet is sitting on a 5-minute chart, 3 minute, another 5 minute here again, duplicate, I don't need this. And then you have 30 minute, 1 minute. The price magnet is embedded on all of them, inside all of them, with different colors though, but it's here. So what I use that for is for my targets. When the crude was about $115, I was very clear. I said the crude is coming back down to $73 with my students, and I was very clear. In fact, because I had a magnet sitting on a weekly chart at 73, and then I had another magnet sitting on the monthly chart at $68. And watch this. Keep watching this. As soon as the market touches this price right here, this dashed line will disappear. You see it? If it comes to it and touches it, it will disappear. This would have been my first target if I had traded the short on TF at that time. This would have been my first target. In fact, my first target could have gone 1 tick lower as well due to the profile that I see. Okay? Let's wait for it. If it comes back, and I know exactly my stop loss would be trailing at 3 ticks above or 4 ticks above. Okay? That's to the profile. We talked about the tape in relation to profile. It has many elements. Rosa is saying it has many elements and she's confused. I don't blame you. And I told you ahead of time, there's a lot of elements, but it will boil down to one thing, and I'll explain that. Patience is key in trading. Let's keep this on, and let's talk about trading in general, and you'll understand my point, Rosa. Please pay attention. How do I use the profile? Just please pay attention. I'll bring things up, and this will open your mind. Now we talked about channels, we talked about magnets, we talked about 144 tick chart, 366 tick chart, we talked about tape, power lines, fractals. How does that help us trading? It will help you, look at the market, but it doesn't help you really trading. I don't think so. Why? And I'll give you an example. Rosa, can you tell me what you trade? Do you trade Fibonacci's? Do you trade fractals? Do you trade pivots? What do you trade? Give me an example, please. I'll be able to help you. Fibs. Let's take a look at the Fibs. Beautiful. I like you. Let's take a look at the Fibs. You have a market that is trending, let's say, for example, upward. Are you gonna wait for it to retrace? Of course, you're trading FIB. You wanna wait for it to retrace. Are you gonna wait for it to retrace to 38%? This is where the system boils down to, folks. Pay attention to this. This is very interesting. This is very interesting. Are you gonna trade 50% retracement? Are you gonna trade 62%? Or are you gonna trade 76%? What are you gonna trade? 50%. Okay. Please, guys, pay attention, everybody. Now, if I show you, and I tell you with comfort, you will know once you study the profile in its own, with transparency, the profile with transparency, you will know a few things. One of the things that you will know automatically that there will be a continuation area for the price and there will be a rejection area for the price, correct? People would pay a lot of money to know where is that rejection and where is that continuation. So if you study the profile will tell you. And I will give you an example. You are waiting for a retracement to 50%, Rosa is saying. Some of you probably trade 62%. Some of you don't. They just trade the first retracement. And some of you trade them all. They use risk-reward ratio, okay, which is suicide to me. So let me show you that. If I show you that this area here that the market has built when it was trending in the past, I told you I look at different legs, and when I say about legs, I say maybe it was coming down before, and now it started going up. So this area that the market built, so this is one leg, this is two leg of movement. Now you understand, right? This area that the market built in profile, this we call continuation. And another area that the market built while it was moving here, it was right here, that area. This area was rejection. And then the market continued before that, and there was another area called what? Continuation, sorry. Okay. Now, same example for Rosa. Okay, same example. The market went up now. Are you going to trade it at 50% long? Knowing that you are inside a continuation. Are you going to trade it at 50%? Same question. Although you know this is a continuation. Anybody will trade it at 50%? Okay. What do you think, guys? Where are you guys going to trade it? Again, Rosa, don't get me wrong. This is not about your ego or my ego. It's not about the trading. It has nothing to do with ego, although we take it personal, but we shouldn't. The trading is about logic. If I show you with complete comfort that this is the only rejection, you will automatically wait for 60%, 62% retracement. Wait for here. And my other question will be, guys, once you take a trade from here, do you really care if there was a line here says 62%? Do you really care if there was a line here says this is a pivot? Because these are, between you and I, guys, these are just lines on the chart. They don't mean anything, right? That's just between us. Don't tell anybody, please. Okay? These are just lines on the chart. They don't mean anything because what you need to trade is the profile. Profile is king. Profile is key, right? Because volume moves the market, nothing else. Now, the other question will be, if you trade long, do you really care if the pivot is exactly here or one tick? No, you care about, or the pivot is broken, you don't care. You care about this exact area right here. Now, if you traded long, where's your stop loss? Is your stop loss going to be at the red line, purple line, or at the black line? Anybody else besides Enrique? Black line. Now, do you understand when I say you can literally trade with very small stops? I was not joking. I was not making things up. That's why we offer free trials, unlimited trials every Tuesday, guys. No exception. Okay? The black line. So why would you put a stop here? If you know if your black line is broken, which is basically 3 ticks away, you know it's going to come even lower. Okay? Chris, email me. If you don't get a copy, email me. I have many other recordings, and I can also get you into our website, free trials. No worries. But I think the recording is available. Do we understand what I talk about here? Thanks, Chris. Another example. Let's assume Forex. Yes, we do Forex, futures, trades, anything that has profile. The market is going, let's say, upward, and you are sitting here, and you have another, I'll give you another example. You have the market created a complete area here that is continuation, and you have another continuation right here. We call them suction tubes. Ah, thank you. Finally somebody recognized us. This stuff is just great. I have been in 8 trials. Thanks, Marilyn. I think the price is stopping you from joining, right? Because we are a bit high up there. Thanks, Enrique. So now, oh, thank you. Excellent, excellent, excellent. Now, you have a continuation and then another continuation. Guys, sorry. I'm sorry, let me cancel this one. Oh, come on. I'm sorry, guys. 1 second. Let me make it a bit more. You have a continuation and you have another continuation. What do I mean by continuation area? What I mean by continuation area, once the market gets in it, there's no stopping. It's going to either go up and down in it or just continue one direction. It's going to be a mess. It's going to be, usually we use it as a continuation. We catch the trade and then run it. That's how I do my swings. Run it through that area. Sometimes it's going to be a smooth run. Within seconds you get 100 ticks. Within minutes you get 100 ticks. Sometimes it takes hours. You know, as long as you know it's going to continue the same direction. Okay? Now, how are you going to trade this? The market is going up. How are you going to trade this? First of all, you have to recognize there is a continuation, okay, here, that was very thick in volume. And there's another continuation right above it that is very thin in volume, for example. They're both continuation. How are you going to recognize, how are you going to trade it? The market is going up. So, are you going to trade long here, where it is now, or short? Guys, with asking questions and you answering, I know you guys are understanding me. Are you going to trade long or short, right where it is now, right from here? Unless you are long from here, see this continuation started? No trade. Thank you, Enrique. I like you. Unless you are in it long, there's no trade, right? So what are you going to do? I'm going to wait for the market to touch the continuation top of it, which is, it's a different setup of volume, but the other, and I'll take it short retracement. Okay? That's a different subject, Henry. Just bear with me. I will take it short right from here. Bang, bang, short. Very fast, short. Okay? Since it's an uptrend, I will find a reason within this continuation. Within inside that continuation, there will be small rejections. Could be here, and I'll take my profits right here. And I'll wait for the market to come back up again. Touch this area. Hopefully it will break it. I'm not going to trade it short again. Second touches I don't like. Then we have a specialized person in calling bang bang trades. We call them breakthrough trades. He will call it. We have also an indicator for that. He will call it a continuation trade right here. Bang bang long. His name is Bob Amico. You saw his picture. Where is it? Where is Bob? I'll show you his picture. He's specialized in these trade calls. He's one of 3 traders that we have. Okay, so that's another scenario. That's another scenario. And where you're gonna move? We talked about smart stops, right? We talked about smart stops. It's very important to know once you are inside a trade. Let's say you are inside a trade and you're trading short, and you cut a short and you are inside a continuation. This whole thing is a continuation. Where's your stop going to be? First of all, do you want to trail your stop very tight? You can do that. Personally, I look for swings. I don't trail my stop very tight. But within this continuation, folks, you will learn that there will be little rejections here, here, and maybe here. So you can move your stop accordingly while you move it. Because if it comes back to it, it will go even higher against you until here. So personally, I'm leaving my stop loss here until I see another smart stop. So we call them smart stops. Now I'll bring something up. Thank you, Enrique. Go, don't worry. Email me, or you will get, I think, you will get this recording. I have time for this video, guys. Tell me if you guys can hear the video's volume, okay? Please tell me if you can hear the video's volume. I'll start the video's volume. Hold on, 1 second. One second. Could you hear the audio from the video? No, too bad. Did you hear it? Okay, one last try. One last try, okay? Sure. Okay, don't worry. Then what I will do, I'll run you through it. This is a video from our live trading session. As you see on the right-hand side, this is the questions tab, just like you have it here. Okay, exactly. I'll remove the live one. I'll keep the video. These are not my charts. These are Sandy's charts, the trader from London, who's also started as a student. But I called a short on NASDAQ. You don't see a NASDAQ chart, but when what he does, he actually goes on and he brings the NASDAQ chart. I called a live call trade on NASDAQ. The idea behind this video is this. If you can see it, it's also on the website, by the way. I told you where to go see the videos. I'll go back to them again. But I called a trade on NASDAQ, and I took my first target, and then I will show you what happened. He changed to NASDAQ. You see that? He's changing to NASDAQ now. See, and I'm short from about, I think, 36 short. From 36 price, I'm short. I called it, but you'll see what's going to happen now. Just stay with me, and I'll tell you. Okay, now you see 36 short. These are my charts, guys. You will see trades on chart in front of you once you join our trial, or if you don't see the trade, if Bob's showing his chart, you will see his entries. You will hear it. You will say target filled, stop loss filled, etc., etc. You will hear everything, or sometimes you will see it too. So this is the short. If you listen to the video, if you watch it, it's on the website. It's amongst tens of videos. If you listen to the video, or if you listen to it, I call an exit. I call an exit. I'll show you. Watch this. Watch where I exit here. You're watching the price, and now you're gonna watch me taking off my trade off the table. Just watch this. The trade will disappear. I call it close, close, close. There's a reason behind me showing you this. It's not only one view. We do this every day, guys. I call it close. Look, I was planning to go 10 points down, but I took 5 points. Look, it's coming. It went up. It went up. Now on the way down, I say close, and I'll show you exactly the price of the closing. Just bear with me. Watch this. Just watch. Closed. You see, I closed the price at about 31.5 or 32. Let's say it's 32. I closed it. Although I was looking for another 5 points below, I closed the trade. Do you see what? Do you know what happened after I closed it? Read the number. It's 32, 44.32. Watch what happened. Not a single tick lower. Just 30. See, 33, 44.32. I closed it. Look what happened to the price. It went all the way up, back up. The volume is dynamic. There's nothing random about it. It's all dynamic. Watch also if you listen to the video. I was hoping that you can hear the video. I don't know, for some reason. You should hear it actually if there's a certain setup we do. I have 9 minutes left. Sorry. There was another trade that I took. It was gold long. These two trades gave me over 150 ticks, by the way. Just two trades. And we average over 100 ticks every day. And you can see it on our website too. 3 traders, we average over 100 ticks in the morning session only. Every Tuesday you can see us too. So I closed the trade. I was long. I closed the trade for 60 ticks. Okay. And you can also see the students telling you how much money they made. And look what happened on the gold. It bounced all the way down. So we have 9 minutes left. I think the thing went faster than I expected. I'm ready for questions. But let me bring you the website. Where is my website? Where is the website? Guys, if you go to the website globaltraderoom.com, if you go to live calls, you will see this video that I mentioned, and you will see many more videos. Filter them by date, and you will see many more videos. Or if you go to the globaltraderoom.com I think we have a YouTube at the bottom. The video is on our YouTube channel as well. Okay? Results. If you click on the results, trading results, and of course, some people will say, oh, these trade results are made up. Therefore, Dr. Dean Hanley was in our room, guys, and he evaluated our room, and he put us in the top, I think, top 10 global traders in the world. Globally. He evaluated over 700 rooms, okay? Will we be able to trade by all ourselves without participating on the, yes, you will. The idea, Chelsea, is that you learn. We are an educational room or website. The trade room is a bonus. But if you don't, and that's what my first letter as a member, you will receive a welcome letter from me and from Sandy and Bob and Dimitri. My letter says, you should learn, okay? Although we give you trades every day, but you have to learn. If you guys read testimonials, every single testimonial is 100% true. I don't accept fake testimonials. I will not do it because that's not us, that's not me. If I trade in front of you every Tuesday, and if I trade in front of my students every day, do you think I'll accept fake testimonials? No, I will just not trade in front of you. So what you see is what you get, folks. So there's a lot to our website. Contact us. Bob Amico is the Bang Bang trader. It's a phrase that we created in our room. He's also our sales manager. Contact him. You have his phone number, you have his email address, and you have his Skype. You have my phone number, my Skype, okay, my personal phone number, my Skype, and my email address. And any questions? If you go to rooms and trials, it's globaltraderoom.com. Thank you, Dan. If you go to rooms and trials, we have Tuesday trials in the morning session every Tuesday. No, we don't sell indicators, Mary. It's all in the membership. We don't have monthly fees. No, monthly. We don't have monthly fees. No, we have membership. No, we don't have. We have one membership. Bob will work with you on a payment plan. If he sees the reason, email him, talk to him. He is our sales manager, and he started as a student. Okay, London session we offer a trial every Thursday, an Asian session as well. Okay, you can, yes, if you remember, you can. There's the volume profile and the tape. There is a free version available, and it's Gomi's ladder and volume profile that is available on Big Mike's trading forums. It's available for everybody. Thanks, Julio. I told you, wait for it, right? There's, guys, if you don't know how to read volume, I really recommend, especially if you're a day trader and you're in and out of the market before it closes, you need to understand volume profile. It will save you. And I'll give you an example. And this is one small example. Okay, please pay attention to this. I don't know if I have a few minutes here left. How many of you trade with, let's say, 15 tick stop loss or 10 ticks? What is your stop loss on, let's say, on the gold, guys? Or on the crude? What is your stop loss? 12 ticks. Ernie says 12 ticks. So Ernie, I cannot trade with 12 ticks. I will not trade with 12 ticks unless I know the market is going to give me my first target and I missed a tremendous trade that's going to go for 300 ticks. Okay, let's say you're trading with 12 ticks and you learn how to trade that with 5 ticks. So 12, okay, let's not be. Let's say 12 minus 5, that is 7. That is a lot of money. I will say this. If I save you 3 ticks on your stop loss, 3 ticks times 3 contracts times 3 times a day, that is 27 ticks of losses. Or it could be on trailing stop as well. I will show you how to trail stop very tight. 27 ticks, that is for 1 day, times $10, that is $270, times 5 days, times 52 weeks. That is $70,000, guys, and I'm not exaggerating. That is just in stop outs. Okay? That is $70,000, and guys, you come and see it on every Tuesday. Two Tuesdays ago, not this past Tuesdays. What did we make this Tuesday, Dimitri? What was the result? I think we did over 120, 130 ticks. Usually we go 200 ticks, 150 ticks. But 2 Tuesdays ago, we had a miserable Tuesday, and we were about like maybe 50 ticks combined, all of us. We have not had a losing week as a group for the past year or so in the morning sessions or in the trading sessions. Probably I would have a losing day. I had maybe 3 losing days so far in the past maybe 6 months, or 4 losing days or losing sessions. But as a group, no, because thank you. Well, if I lose a couple of ticks, maybe Bob will cover.